Learning to cast the long line is a great skill to learn, and plus, it just looks really cool. When we talk about distance casting, it doesn't necessarily mean trying to throw 100 feet of line. It might mean 40 feet or 50 feet or 60 feet, whatever's longer for you. Plus, we know that majority of the fish you're gonna catch are gonna be in close, probably less than 40 feet. So let's first start with a comparison and contrast of a short cast to a long cast. Now remember, when we're throwing 20 or 30 feet like you would in most fishing situations, we've got a stance that's pretty tight. I've got maybe my right foot forward, so I'm casting more accurately. And if you look at my arm and the movement of my upper body, I've got very little movement. I've got slow speed, short casting stroke, short arc. I've got the tip of the rod moving maybe a little bit as we're making the cast, and no haul. My pause is also very short. Now, as we increase the length of line we're casting, you'll notice all those things change. You'll notice I'll drop my right foot back to get a longer cast and rock a little bit to change my weight and transfer my weight as I'm casting. You'll also notice now that I have a longer stroke length, and now I'm using a lot more casting arc to compensate for the more rod bend. You'll also notice I'm using my hauling hand and adding a big long haul. And as I get more line out, I'm also increasing my pause. Now, let's talk a little bit about application. When would I ever use this? That was a pretty long cast, but it works really well if I'm fishing in windy conditions. Today we've got a little bit of wind. Learning how to cast like that allows me to generate more line speed, generate more energy, and drive a good cast in. It's also great for when you go to make that big saltwater trip and learn how to throw big flies.